never used this tool Restream on my phone before, so it's kind of interesting. Let's see, we'll take that off. Kind of interesting doing this on my phone. Okay, so let me tell you guys what I'm what I'm on here to talk about today. A couple weeks ago, I realized that I super screwed up, like really screwed up. And I'm going to tell you about this, and you're going to be like, why is she talking about this? So first, I'll tell you, my name is Jennifer Priest. I'm the founder here at Smart Creative Social. I teach businesses how to get more traffic to their websites with Pinterest, and also how to get more benefit from that traffic by using email marketing and SEO, search engine optimization. So basically anything organic, I am like all about it. I don't teach ads, don't teach paid traffic or anything like that, just organic. So you're probably wondering, why am I going to be talking about what I'm talking about? Because the method I use to solve this problem is the same thing that I would tell you to solve any problem you're having with your website. So especially a social media type thing. Like, have you ever gone to check on something and realized that something was super messed up? Your analytics data wasn't collecting. Maybe all the forms on your website were broken. I've experienced this too. I'm telling you guys real ones that I've actually experienced. You look on your Pinterest account and nothing is attached. You're not collecting analytics data. Everything that was claimed, all your claimed accounts are gone, right? Maybe your account got deactivated. So what do? You got this problem. So the reason I'm sharing this is because this method that I'm going to use to solve the problem I'm going to tell you about is the same method I would use to solve Pinterest problems, the same method I would use to solve traffic problems, analytics problems, social media problems, any of that kind of stuff. So here's what I did that I messed up. I lost monetization on one of my YouTube channels. And it's a super bummer because I know why it happened. I took my foot off the gas. I was not promoting the channel. I hadn't been putting new content, like seriously not putting up new content. I think I did one video this year, maybe one or two videos last year, like nothing. So I mean, it's surprising that it took this long for YouTube to kick me out of monetization. So that means that my YouTube channel used to make money and right now is making $0, which sucks, right? In this economy, like, who wants to be having something that's making $0? So this can happen to any of us. I use that YouTube channel to make money, or I used to use it to make money. It's not making me money right now off of ads, still off of affiliates, still off of sending traffic to my blog. I'm trying to get used to using this studio setup on here, so I'm sorry that I'm doing weird things. So first I could get upset, right? Whenever we find something like this, we discover like, oh, I kind of messed up and this thing's broken. This thing is not working. I'm not getting the results that I wanted from it. It's natural to get upset. Once I got past that, which I didn't spend too long in that, and that's been because of a lot of personal work, I figured out what to do about it. And that's where I would like you to take notes today on what I'm going to share here, because everything that I am going to do to bring my YouTube channel back, to get the monetization back, applies to Pinterest too, or social media. You can use what I'm sharing here to basically deal with any like social media problem. So let's get started. All right, the first thing was I needed to identify the goal. And it might be like, well, to get the YouTube monetization back, right? I had to do some research. So what is required to do that? And so I looked at all the requirements, and the one requirement I'm not meeting is 4,000 watch hours per month. Oh, it looks like I have a comment. All Crash Channel says, I got kicked off of Facebook, which is a bummer because my biz Facebook page was connected. So she can't post to either one. Oh, that's cruddy. So hopefully you can figure it out, and this might be helpful. So the first thing I did, and what I did to solve my YouTube channel problem might be helpful in you solving your Facebook problem. So the first thing I did is I researched, okay, what do I need to get back what I had? So like if analytics have come disconnected, just do a search. How do I connect my analytics on Google? How do I connect my Pinterest analytics? If, you know, your account got deactivated, do a search. What do I need to do to get my account reactivated on a platform, etc. So for my YouTube channel monetization, I need 4,000 watch hours. I'm at like 3,300 right now. So that means I need like 700 hours watched in the next 30 days, which shouldn't be hard because of Christmas, but you know, the channel's it's taking a toll on the channel, let me tell you. And I put stuff up and it's like crickets. So I'm going to be experimenting with some other things. So first thing, do research. Okay. So what information do I need to know to take the next step? I figured out what that was. So that's the first step. Second step, identify assets, right? I don't want to start everything new. And if you had something negative happen like this, or undesired, right? Undesired result happen like this, then you probably already have stuff, right? So what stuff do you already have? Like for me, what stuff do I already have that I could use to help me reach this goal? So what assets do I already have? And then is there anything new that I want to do that's going to help me reach the goal? So for existing assets, like what stuff do I have that aligns with my goals? Doesn't make sense for me to make YouTube videos that don't align with like all the other goals that I have. What else can I do? I can email my list, right? I need to get those watch hours up. So what other assets do I have? And have an email list that I could email to get those hours up. So again, if you're solving a problem on Pinterest, it might be like, what assets do I have that I could pin to get more traffic? If you're solving a Facebook problem, what assets do I have that I could help get some more momentum behind my Facebook page, etc. So you look at what do I have and what aligns with my goals. I also was like, oh, I could share my videos from YouTube to Pinterest with a pin. I've claimed my YouTube account. Now, some things are on Pinterest, some things are moving around on Pinterest. And so you might be watching this going like, I can't claim my YouTube account on Pinterest. That's totally fine. You can put a pin on Pinterest that leads anywhere. So I'm going to put pins on Pinterest that lead directly to my YouTube videos. Why not? I could do short little video pins. I could do little snippets. I could really experiment with that. Using stuff I already have. Like I'm not making new videos yet at this point. The next thing is I can embed videos in my blog posts. Now I have that already on my blog. And what's great about when you embed a YouTube video on your blog post is all the times that that YouTube video is watched on your blog or your website or whatever you want to call the place where you have people visit you online. Those views count on YouTube. So yeah, I want to embed those in my blog. I could also embed playlists on the blog as well to get people to come over to my YouTube channel. Another thing I could do is upload those videos to my ad network. So if I'm not making money on YouTube with them, I could at least make money on my blog with those videos, and because they're monetized through my ad network. So if I upload to my ad network, they will use my videos in a player on my site and I make money from that. So I could still make money without the YouTube part or until I get the YouTube part back. So existing stuff exists. What do I have existing that I can use to make to reach the goal? And then two, what's new that I can make? You don't have to create all new stuff. We want to do it strategically. I see this mistake a lot when people are on Pinterest because they're like, oh, I got to make all these new pins and blah. It's like, we don't, and oh, I got to make all this new content. Not necessarily. You probably have a lot of stuff you can already use. So if we're going to do new stuff, which most of us like to do, let's do it really strategically, right? So for me, with this YouTube issue I have, I'm like, all right, I can make new videos. I have a ton of videos. Like I have a hard drive that has over 200 videos shot that just need, like they're in folders, all the pieces, the B-roll, everything. They just need to be edited. So I'm like, that's kind of like an existing asset. I just need to edit it, right? So I'm like, all right, I've got that, right? I don't even have to like shoot anything new. I have a bunch of stuff. And then I'm going to look at what's my popular content. What does well? I already know it's craft rooms. Anything craft room related, it's off the charts. It does really, really great on my YouTube channel. So if I'm going to make new content and my goal is to make more money on my YouTube channel, I'm going to make craft room content because that does really, really well. I'm also going to respond to questions that have come in through the comments on YouTube, through comments on my blog, right? I could probably make a video just about questions that have come in on like, my poop emoji costume, or which I'd probably do later next year, not right now because Halloween just passed. On other projects that I've made, right? I could make additional content like that. And so I can respond to questions that have come in comments, come in emails, come on videos, and then do some SEO, right? Search engine optimization, do that keyword research. What are people looking for? And we can do that right on YouTube. I can do that right on Google. Now, if I'm talking about Pinterest, because I do like to relate stuff back to like what the topic is that you guys know me for. While I've been on all the platforms, I teach Pinterest traffic strategy, right? So if I was doing this on Pinterest, I would go in the search bar. I would look, what are people searching for? What are people searching for on Pinterest trends, right? What are people searching for on Google trends? And figure out what should I be pinning to get people's attention right now? What are they looking for if I was doing this on Pinterest? So that's new content, right? New content that I'm making. So step one, identify the goal. Like, what is it that I want to get done? Do any research for what needs to happen in order for this problem to get fixed. Step two, identify the assets I have, existing stuff and new stuff, right? Anything that we're going to do on any kind of social media platform all revolves around content. We're probably going to have some existing content and some new content that we're going to make to help reach that goal. And then step three, measure. So I'm going to put all that stuff out. I'm going to start working on it. I'm going to measure where I'm at today, day one, right? Which I did a couple weeks ago because that's when this was discovered. And then I'm going to keep measuring, right? Collecting my key performance indicators, my data, my analytics data, so that I can make decisions and look back on the last 30 days and go, okay, what worked? What didn't work? Did I reach my goal? How many more hours do I need to get to? So if we go back to step one, right, identifying the goal and doing the research for like, okay, what do I need to get my monetization back, for example? Then I'm going to know exactly what to measure here in step three, right? If I need 4,000 watch hours on my YouTube channel to get monetization back, I'm going to look at my watch hours, right? That's going to be a metric that I'm going to be tracking. And I'm going to be looking at the effectiveness of the things that I'm doing for that. I'm sorry, I'm starting to get a phone call. So hopefully it didn't interrupt this too bad. Okay, so that is step three. So you might be wondering, okay, why are we learning this? One, you can use these 3 steps on any platform, like this very big picture for how to solve a problem. Okay, so 3 steps I went through are like identify the goal and do any research you need to kind of learn more of what is it you need to do to solve this problem. 2, identify the assets that you have, new and existing. And 3, measure those results and then analyze them to make further decisions. That process is a very streamlined version of the SMART method that I teach inside my program, Smart Pin Pro. And it's a very easy way to solve problem, not easy. It's a very simple, high-level view way to solve problems that come up on social media. Too often, what happens is we get frustrated, we get upset, which is all natural. Okay, it's totally okay for that stuff to happen. But then what happens with that is we take that to like a Facebook group or our peers, and it turns into complaining, and people aren't helping you, and they're piling on and being like, yeah, Pinterest sucks too, or yeah, that happened to me last year, blah, blah, blah. And that's not really what you're looking for. And so it kind of sidetracks us, derails us from getting the results that we want. So what we want to do is just say, okay, let me approach this problem as simply as possible. So I told you those 3 steps that I take. All right. The next thing to do is just do it. Just practice it. Just like get a little sticky note, put those 3 steps down. And the next time something comes up that you're like, man, my numbers aren't where I want them to be, or this thing happened, or my account was deactivated, run through those 3 steps. Like run through them. I'm sure you have a computer monitor that you can stick a little sticky on and just be like 3 steps to solving this problem. Because that's what's going to help you actually like make it be part of how you respond to these things. And then if you have any questions, like, so sometimes people might be like, okay, I'm ready to take action. You sit down and then you're like, oh, what if this, what if that, what if this? I know that some of you learn best by having questions answered. So if that's you and in your head, you're like, oh, that sounds great, but what if blah, 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 hit me with those questions here in the comments, because then I can answer them for you. Like I try to, when I plan out my my scripts, like on what I'm going to do on Facebook Lives. I try to anticipate what your questions are going to be. But I know that there are some of you who are like, you really need to kind of see it from these different angles to get like the full picture of what it is that we're talking about. I totally understand that. So hit me with your questions and I will be happy to answer them in the comments, because I'm sure other people are thinking the same thing. All right, so I'm wishing myself luck to get my monetization back on my channel. We're making progress. I've got videos that I've been uploading. You know, I'm emailing my list. I've already been started executing this plan and things are starting to look better. So all good. And I'll let you guys know when I get it remonetized. Like that's the goal, right? So we're not going to stop till it happens. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys being here and I hope to see you here on Facebook Live more. I'm going to keep trying to do it more often. And I just appreciate you guys watching. All right. Thank you guys so much. And I